You're looking live at the Mets head. I don't know if I caught that. I'll say it again. You're looking live at the Mets head. It is Friday, July 24th, 2026. I'd like to wish happy birthday to my sister. I am the Mets head, talking all things New York Mets, with a preview of game 104 versus the evil Los Angeles Dodgers. We used to call the Yankees the evil empire. I don't like to repeat. I think we should call the Dodgers the wicked witch of the West, or the wicked warlock of the West, if you want to be PC. The Dodgers have the best record in the league. Oh, geez, now the phone's ringing. Hey, Siri, hang up. Hey, Siri, block the call.
Okay.
I apologize, people. Okay, I got my phone to stop. There we go. I just got a haircut. Doesn't look like it. What was I going to say? I need my notes. I messed up my hair a bit. Okay. Now you go back. It is Friday, July 24th, 2026. There are 10 days until the trade deadline on August 3rd. Who will stay and who will go now? Who will stay and who will go now? If Lindor goes, there will be trouble. But if he stays, it could be double. We are home in Flushing, New York, and Citi Field, about to play a 3-game series versus the Dodgers. I'd like to talk about Lindor for a minute. Should he be traded or should he not be traded? People have very strong feelings about this. And I feel it would be silly. It would be silly not to consider trading him. He is having the worst year of his career. But more importantly, he's 32 years old. He'll be 33 in November. This is when players start to decline. And he's making $34 million a year. That is going to be an issue next year when there's a possible salary cap coming in. You're going to have to cut a lot of money for the Mets to get under that salary cap. I think I saw the salary cap being at like the top being $245 million and the bottom being $170 something million. I think that bottom's too high. I think 150. It should be 150 and 250. You shouldn't go over 250 and shouldn't go under 150. But with those things happening, and because of the owners wanting a salary cap, which I hope happens, there's a possible lockout next season. There may not be any baseball next season. So then when we come back in 2 years, Lindor is going to be 34, going on 35, making $34 million. You got to get rid of that guy if you can. As a business standpoint and as a team standpoint. If you can get something really good for Francisco Lindor, you got to get it while you can, because if I don't expect him to get traded, because I don't think anyone's going to offer enough for him, because you do have to make a good trade. You can't just give him away. You can't just give him away. You have to get something good for him. So I don't see him being traded because he's not doing well, and we're not going to get a good return. So maybe in the off season or something, but I doubt it because there might not be baseball. But back to the game at hand. Okay. I'm sorry I haven't been around for a while. I had some things going on. And I come to you at our lowest point of the season. The Dodgers may put us into the very bottom of the basement. I would say I come back to you at the turn of the tide, as Gandalf the White would say. But I feel like I'm the opposite. I was Gandalf the White. Now I'm going into turn into Gandalf the Gray. I've come for you at our demise. Because we are now 43 and 60, 17 games under 500. Last place in the NL East, 17 and a half games behind Atlanta. We're 11 games out of the last wild card spot. Think about that. We're one of the worst teams in the league. But we're only 11 games out of the wild card spot. That's what happens in today's baseball when you have so many wild card teams. Everyone's still kind of in it. But I think with the salary disparity, they're not really in it. These aren't teams that can really compete. They're just, the numbers say it's mathematically possible, but teams can't afford the talent to be really good. So we have the 26th best record in the league, but that is the 5th worst. We are just ahead of the Royals, the Giants, the Angels, and the Rockies. How far? Let me see. How far are we behind? I should say, how far are we ahead of them? I'm checking the standings here. The Dodgers have the best record in baseball. They are a half a game ahead of the Brewers, who have a game in hand. But we are 22 games behind them. And the Royals and the Giants are only a half game behind us. So if we lose and they win tonight, we'll have the 28th worst record. And actually, the Rockies and the Angels are all 2 games behind us. So if we lose and everyone wins tonight, the teams that are behind us, we will be tied for last place in the majors. And who better to do that than the Dodgers? Who else to put us down? Bury us 6 feet under, but the LA Dodgers. Drew, I have to say, you realize that they have the second highest payroll in baseball at $302 million. $302 million. Our payroll is $26 million more. This isn't the first time we've been the worst team money can buy. I ain't having it happen all the time. And that's even with like half our team are rookies making league minimum. And we're still doing that. I guess, having Soto having the biggest contract in baseball will do that. And Bouchette's got like the 3rd highest. And Lindor's probably in the top 10. Worst team money can buy. I hate when we are that. Let me talk about we are 26th in runs scored at just over 4 runs a game. We are 26th in runs against, giving up 4.6 runs a game. Not a huge difference there. I mean, it's 0.6 or half of a run difference. But we are 26th in run differential. We are negative 64. We are not doing good. I'm hoping that we are going to have a fire sale, trade everyone. Trade anyone that's going to be a free agent next year, and trade anyone that we can get a lot for, because I don't see us playing baseball next year. I'm thinking 2 years ahead. But let's talk about the Dodgers for a second. The Dodgers are 65 and 38, 27 games over 500. First place in the AL West with the best record in the majors. Like I said, they're only a half a game ahead of Milwaukee to have a game in hand. Isn't that amazing that Milwaukee is essentially tied for the best record in baseball, and they got rid of their ace? Peralta was definitely ace material last year, fifth in Cy Young, 17 and 6 with 200 strikeouts. I'm not sure what happened. It's most likely, coming to a new team and coming to New York. It tends to do that. Guys, new players tend to lose some confidence in themselves when they come to New York. But the Dodgers are third in runs scored with just over 5 runs a game. They're first in runs against with about 3.5 runs a game. And they're first in run differential. They're plus 157. That's just amazing. So I was making my video for today, and then a whole bunch of things came up, and it delayed me, and I wasn't able to do it. That's why I'm doing it all live. You're looking live. On the mound for the Mets tonight is Sean Manaea. Who currently he's pitched 21 games. He is 7-2 with a 4.74 ERA. 81 strikeouts in 79 innings with only 26 walks. What's that? A walk every third inning, basically. Yeah, 2.9. Doesn't walk like every third inning. It's pretty good. And he's been pitching better lately. In his last outing, he didn't do that well against Philly. He pitched 4 2/3. Gave up 4 runs on 7 hits and 2 walks with 7 strikeouts. And he got the loss. I'm not sure what he does against the Dodgers. I don't want to look that up right now. But let's see. The current Dodgers roster is batting .287 against them with a .980 OPS. I feel like in those situations, you really should have an opener. And the Mets have guys that do that. They are openers. Let's see. Let me share my screen for this. And we look down here, the Dodgers batting .287 with a .980 OPS. Holy wow. Holy geez, look, 13 home runs they've hit against them. Oh, this is not looking good. Looks like, who has the most hits? Mookie Betts has 10 hits and 36 at bats against them. To .278 average, but he has 2 doubles, 2 triples, and 3 homers for an over 1,000 OPS. Can I highlight that? I'm trying to highlight that. I don't want to highlight everything. I just want to highlight Mookie Betts numbers. There you go. Look at that, Mookie Betts. I'll zoom in a little bit. Look at that, Mookie Betts. Oh, so annoying. Trying to get it to work. Work, please. Thank you. It doesn't really make it much clearer, does it? Okay, so 2-7. Wow. Tommy Edman 4 for 5 against them with the 3,000 OPS, batting 800. And then you have Kyle Tucker. You have Kyle Tucker, who's 8 for 22 against them with 4 home runs, a 1,300 OPS. Max Muncy is a 1,300 OPS. Oh, signs of disaster. I'm probably going to get crushed. But, you know, they play the game for a reason. You never know what's going to happen. And then let's see, for the Dodgers, Sasaki is pitching. Roki Sasaki, 24-year-old right-hand pitcher from Iwate, Japan. What's he doing this year? No, it's his only second year in the majors. He's pitched 17 games this year. 3-5 with a 4.98 ERA. Ooh, there's some hope. 85 strikeouts in 86 innings with 34 walks. That's probably like a walk every 2.5 innings. I wonder, has he ever faced the Mets? He has. He's only faced 2 batters, Bichette and Semien, to a combined 0 for 4 against him. Oh, he must have been a reliever last year. Well, let's talk about the Mets lineup tonight. Let me go check out that lineup. Do it before I even check out the lineup. I know what the lineup should be. With the trade deadline fast approaching, a week and a half away, I've said this before, the Mets need to showcase the guys that can be traded. And that being said, I would lead off Francisco Lindor, bat Bo Bichette second, Soto third, and Luis Robert fourth. Give them lots of bats, lots of people can see what they do. Hopefully they hit. And then you can trade them for more. That's the most important thing in these next 10 days. Increase trade value and move guys. Polanco should bat fifth. I hope he's moved at all costs. I'll take anything for him. Even Luis Robert. Sixth, I think, should be Benj. Seventh should be Ewing. I wrote down the lineup. What did I say the lineup should be? Oh, well. I was thinking about this lineup. That Ben should bat fifth. Then bat Ewing sixth. Alvarez seventh. Semien should bat ninth. I forget who I said the other guy should be. It should be I guess Jared Young. Bet him eighth. Promote the guys that need to be traded. And see if you can trade them. Let's see what their actual lineup is. AJ Ewing is leading off. Oh, let me share the screen. AJ Ewing is leading off. I understand you want him to lead off, but I think you need to. There's no way you're moving him. Put him down in the lineup. Make sure he plays, but make sure he plays. but he doesn't need to be showcased. Bat him down lower in the lineup. I also have a problem with Juan Soto batting second behind Ewing or Lindor, because that just makes the other team bring in lefties to neutralize them. Bo Bichette batting third, okay. Lindor fourth, Bench fifth. Robert sixth. I mean, I'd switch Robert and Bench because Lindor's not good against lefties, but Robert is, and Bench is. Jared Young, Semien, and Alvarez. Okay, so I'm happy that Semien's playing. And Robert, you're playing the guys that need to play and need to be showcased. But I think more so you should showcase those guys and battle at the top. I don't think the lineup's a very good lineup either. But we're playing the Dodgers, so and we're in last. So all I'm thinking of for the next 10 days is who can we trade and get something for to try to be good in 2 years from now when there will be baseball. So let's go, Mets, go. Not too confident against the Wicked Witch of the West. Maybe they have a bucket of water they can pour on Ohtani. Until next time, I'm Juan Gan.